Hello, hello. Says we're live. How's everyone doing? So, let me get this pop up out of here. Hi, everybody. I'm at home by the creek. You see that behind me, maybe. Whoops, this way. Ah, you can't see it. I'll show you another time. I'm Nancy from Nancy's Life Coaching. Wanted to talk about self care today. I was originally going to do this tomorrow, but I have a ton of things to do tomorrow. So, I wanted to get this video in for you today. Yesterday, I had kind of a heavy heart. That would be an understatement. Um, a bit of a heavy heart over the recent tragedy in Tennessee. And I'm not going to really go into a ton of detail. I don't want to rehash it. I am a champion for mental health. I'm an advocate for those who cannot help themselves, for those who did not wish to have a mental issue. Okay. Unless you have walked in someone else's shoes, do not judge. When you judge other people, that's showing your character and your ignorance on a subject. We are all the same. We're all the same. Some of us are just on different paths. Some of us have, different journeys, and that's okay. What's not okay is the judgment and the prejudice that's going on constantly, the bad behavior constantly. 3 years ago, I said there was going to be a major mental health crisis. Here we are. I hate to be right on this. I really do. I hate to be right. Um, Unfortunately, we have a society that is filled with me, 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 and not looking out for the person next to them. If you've ever served in the military, if you've ever served in the military, it instills in you to look at your brother and your sister and you take care of each other. They have your back. The military has your back. How do I know this? My entire family is filled with military. I didn't go in because, you know, the cockroaches in Texas were like the size of a shoe. And I was like, no can do. I don't like the insects. That's what stopped me from going into the military. Otherwise, I probably would have followed suit and would have done very well, is what one of my family members said to me. So, what are we talking about today? How about you don't judge other people? How about you don't look down on another person? And if you are looking down on somebody, perhaps you should look in that mirror. Take a look at yourself. Okay? I am in I'm really just struggling not to be negative, but this is what's going on. This is what's happening every day. Every time I go somewhere, there's either really good behavior and smiley people or there's just mayhem. So I tend to, thank goodness I can work from home. Thank the Lord. Praise the Lord, I can work from home. Um, I want to get back on track. So earlier this week, I was talking about, having compassion and grace for yourself. Those who don't exhibit compassion and grace, they don't have it for themselves. So how can they? It's just like if you don't love yourself, how do you love another person? How do you love somebody if you don't love yourself? If you're not kind to yourself? When you love yourself and like yourself, it shows. You glow. You have a presence that people can pick up on. It's not about being cocky. It's about being confident in yourself, trusting yourself first. You know, if you can't trust yourself, what's going on? What are you going to do? Part of my job as a life coach is to awaken the abilities in people that they already have, but they're blocked. They can't quite reach a certain, milestone or goal that they have for themselves. And part of the work I've done with people that have been successful in my coaching is removing those blocks. It's not about being positive all the time. That's unrealistic. Nobody is positive all the time. Nobody is positive all the time. That's not in our human nature. What is in our human nature is to train your mind like an athlete trains itself, like an athlete trains their body. You train your mind. So people are like, well, how do you do that? I don't know how to do that. Well, then you're going to stay stuck with what you've got in your life right now. Do you want a great life? Do you want to have something better? What if I told you that, I've had to start my life over probably no less than 4 times. And I mean start over from ground zero. I've never done drugs. I've never been a drinker. So, nobody can look at that and say, "Oh, you hit rock bottom because you did drugs or alcohol." No, I'm not a drinker. I don't even smoke, nothing. So, there have been circumstances in my life that I have had to overcome, and I did. And you have too. If you look back on your life, you can see how far you've come to today, how far you have arrived at a certain spot. You want to go further? You have to make a plan, have a vision, write it down, execute it, and take massive action and have progress and consistency every single day. If you don't have that, then you don't want your life to be better. You don't want the dream that you're dreaming isn't going to happen. So, part of self-care is believing in yourself. Do you believe in yourself? Do you have other people who believe in you? And the other people, that's nice if they do. You are job number one. You are the one who needs to believe in their own abilities, capabilities, and use your gifts and talent for a greater good. So that's what I wanted to say today. Still trying to focus on not the Tennessee heinous acts of just evil, basically, and badness. But and that's what mental health is. When somebody is sick, they don't have a choice in that. You know, if we would treat people, kinder and more compassionate, we wouldn't have as many people in the jails. We wouldn't have as many homeless people. That's just the truth. I mean, it's not rocket science. And next time you get out there, next time you're out in public, once you go ahead and just be kind to other people. If you're irritated because someone's walking slow in the grocery store, whatever the case is, practice compassion, practice grace. See what happens. What do you have to lose? We can all make this place much better. I'm severely disappointed in how things are right now. So take this with you today. I will not be doing a video tomorrow. Like I said, I have a lot of things to do, and I just wanted to get this in. And I hope that it resonates with many of you. I hope that you can take my words and they can, sort of inspire you. So, with that, have a really good rest of your day. Have a great Friday tomorrow, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care.